Africa makes it semi-final or with Brazil.
He was the first nigga.
No! Said, man, away from the games, there's a game.
I'm a real hater like that.
Guys are gonna ride Messi, but like, guys, the man can only do so much.
Yo, my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers. Welcome back to another match day of What's Football Without Fans with your favorite social football analyst, Tsepiso PT, aka Tibzoro. To the ballers passing by, I hope you like what you see because I surely like what I do. Make sure to join the returning ballers who continue to show me gang love and appreciation by liking, commenting, as well as to subscribe. Hot Takes is back. I'm with the duo who you've seen together on a Have Your Say, and now they'll be here for the Hot Takes. You've heard me spit before. You've heard Bradley bring over a hot take. Bokang's making his debut on Hot Takes. I'll kick things off. Personally, I don't know if it's the term overrated or overappreciated, but his name is just thrown out further than where it should be, as great of a player as he was. Anyways, Toni Kroos is overrated. So, with all that he's achieved, I know he has all his footprints and his fingerprints on a World Cup, his fingerprints on 5 Champions Leagues plus the Bayern one, where he was greatly part of the squad as a rotational figure. His fingerprints are all there. His name gets thrown alongside Modric with the pairing that they had. Obviously, there's a Xavi Iniesta, Modric, Kroos, Vitinha, Neves coming through now. But I always feel like it's just higher than where it is with how he played and with what he used to do. A great passer of the ball, a great share of the ball, a great mover of the ball for the team on the pitch. Anything more, and with what it used to add, like if you had to make a Mount Rushmore of the best midfielders, the 4, possibly, I think even a second 4, arguably is entering. That's how I feel about Toni Kroos.
I think he's underrated.
You think he's underrated?
Yeah.
Your end?
I'm still trying to process.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's mentioned all the points why he's rated as highly as you. As you
The
think.
fingerprints.
Yeah.
Yes. What more do you need?
You know what, Ned? There's people who will always be there and part of it, but you're like, with winning it, individually, even though you were there to help everything connect, especially as a center midfielder, what more as an individual would you do? So I feel like the closest comparison of a player with Toni Kroos, well, maybe 2.
How do you feel
Pirlo
about
and Xavi.
how do you feel? I was about to ask you, how do you feel about Pirlo?
Pirlo is the next one I'm coming to. Now, Pirlo was deep lying and also advanced. But you know that thing of, like I always feel like there's players why there's a reason why your pass rate was never 90%. Example, Bruno Fernandes, you're always trying to pick that hectic one. Fabregas comes to that. Pirlo also comes to mind in a sense. And then Pirlo, to do it across the time he was able to for Italian team, which is against his playing style individually.
Have you ever heard the saying, football is simple, but playing simple is difficult?
Which is the next player who I wanted to come to.
Because you mentioned players like KDB, De Bruyne. He hates the passing stat.
Yes.
Because of the maverick that he is as a footballer. It's about it's about volume. It's almost about volume. It's almost like you repeatedly do something. In the end, you're gonna end up becoming better at it.
Just stats. Naturally, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen for you. So in a match, if you try 30 times to cross a ball, whether you're doing it at the right time or the wrong time or whatever it is, out of that 30 times, if 5 times it's a perfect cross, your team is most likely winning that game. And so as an attacker, that's what you think of. But as someone who has been in a defensive role, there's an appreciation for the player that makes the game very, very easy for the rest of you guys. Who gets the ball, passes it to that guy. Gets the ball, passes it to that guy. Gets the ball, passes it. Doesn't lose it.
For the rest of the guys to get us over the line.
Yes, because
with him making it happen.
It can only be, you can only have so many attempts at trying to break the line with a pass and whatnot, until the game flips on its head. If you're in a football is not supposed to be a basketball game whereby we are turning over possession up and down, and so a player like Toni Kroos goes under the radar because he's not going to be that guy who's going to continuously overturn possession.
You take him out the team, you think those teams are as successful?
Well, a 3-peat with Real Madrid, you can't really look at it, you know?
No, in any team where he's like Germany, you take him out of Germany, they win a World Cup.
With the 2014 team, I feel like they still would.
No, they don't.
who plays for him, who replaces him in that team. But
That's the thing, because
obviously,
he's almost
It's
irreplaceable.
a Khedira-Schweinsteiger situation, and then one had to sit with Schweinsteiger a lot, even though
he
Jurgen
was
Low
playing as a 10
rotated that
though.
much. And
Kroos
then
was playing as
Ozil
a
was
10.
there. Yes, earlier years he was a 10, and then obviously there was Ozil there for then the Muller, Podolski, Miroslav Klose, Podolski, Götze interchange, or Schürrle at times.
Okay, but
Muller
look at
coming in.
Madrid's struggles now. More than
He is
anything.
missed. Like, look, it's not to say I don't rate him, but the level that we put him to, irregardless of all the accolades that he has collectively, like you said, like he makes things easier for the others to actually get what will become the
What
headlines.
don't you like about him?
It's not that there's something that I don't
he
like
says he
about
doesn't
him.
stand out. It's that thing of like, you were a footballer, dude, and you did what a footballer should
But no one
do.
can
so
do what he
So,
does.
so like you're saying, he makes it easy for us to get the headlines, as an
Yes.
example. As an individual contributor to it, I feel like Xavi also had that, and Pelo also had that. Toni Kroos not to that extent.
There's a goal that Vini scores against Bayern. There's a goal that Vini scores against Bayern.
Yeah.
And then through the thing.
Semi-final
Semi-final thing.
2024.
I think those type of moments have not been seen enough when it comes to Kroos.
And there's been a lot of them.
And there's been a lot of them. Or have not been recognized enough. You know, sometimes you do something
Recognized
you
enough.
do something so well that it becomes a norm. It's that thing of, "Aye, man, let's not talk about that person." Like, it goes without saying type of thing. He's very similar to like with the Van Dijk. His name got to a specific level whereby now we can't rate him as having a bad performance. And it's only us Liverpool fans who really see him that, this guy is killing us because of what we put to him. It's that thing of, it can't be going wrong if Van Dijk is in. So it definitely, it's not about Van Dijk. So even with Kroos, I think it's also that thing of, it's not going right because of Kroos. It's that thing of, it's a norm for him to perform well. And I think there's been a few games where maybe I can say he didn't have his best game, where like a Modric came off the bench and turned the game upside down and stuff like that. But overall, the positions in football are so different in terms of what we expect from every player. And in the role that he played next to a Casemiro and a Modric type of thing, as a conductor,
He was the best at
he was
that.
the best at that role. Don't expect 20 assists and whatnot. Don't expect him to crunch someone
man,
with
he
a
makes you
tackle.
play.
Like
bro.
Xavi once got us
'Cause,
13 a season.
Yeah, for me, I liken him to play like a Jaden Adams. Like how if you really rate Jaden Adams, I think you will rate Toni Kroos. Because it's small things like the way they pass the ball, bro. Like the weight of every pass to which foot he passes his teammate. It was
When to
almost
go long,
perfect every time.
when to go long
like,
as well.
That is why I rate him so highly. And maybe because and if I'm a midfielder, I'm a bit biased then. But making it easier for your teammate, I think that's like a great value of a player. Like to say, this guy's very good because he makes it so easy for my teammate. Like with the Vini assist, for instance. All he had to do just finish first time. So small things like that, I don't think many players are capable of how he did it and the consistency in which he did it at. So that's why I think, man, he's actually underrated.
All right, Box. Feed us your hot take.
My hot take, I think the shirt might give it away. And I really thought about it. I'm not being delusional, right? I'm not...
He is.
Man United, and it's not only about them, but I think they stand a chance of winning the league next season.
Okay.
Because they're playing well, relatively speaking. Even I think the last game, I don't know how much weight we can hold on it. The Brighton one, they played very well, so that is encouraging. But also the level of our squad, it's not. You know how Arsenal have kind of gone about it in terms of they've just raised the floor of the entire squad, whereby their worst player is better than Man City's worst player, kind of thing. If you just look at their squad, and I think Man United has been building a squad, raising the floor steadily, right? Even in this transfer window, I think we're going to add a few more players who are going to
So
help
last
us.
season it was attack, this
Exactly.
season midfield, maybe.
So, and with everything happening against the teams that are competing, City have a new coach. I don't rate Maresca that highly. Liverpool, you're going through your own things. Chelsea, new coach. Arsenal are the only team that I think could, but I think we can challenge Arsenal. I'm not scared. When United plays against a big team, I'm not scared of any team. It's the small teams that are worried about where you drop points. But with Carrick, when what I've seen so far, he's played 17 games, which is almost half the season, really. So we have a decent sample size.
So the take is that United
are winning the league.
Hey. How? I thought he's about to say they're competing for the league.
No,
he
no,
went
no, no.
straight to winning. My thing is with your team, and I'm not gonna be a hater or anything like
Off
that.
of
ne?
17 games.
That's the first thing, right? Number two, Carrick, ne, is about to go into a transfer window for the first time with United. I think he's coached them 3 times as an interim. Twice.
Yeah.
Well, he played, I think,
It's
3
number 2
matches,
now.
1 in Champions League, 2 in the league or something.
The other
Yeah,
time.
the social
Okay.
one and 2
So
now. Yeah.
I think the argument is always it can't get worse. So when he came in, ne, we could all see that Amorim was not playing to the strengths of the team. The players that were playing were not making sense as well in terms of their
But
positions.
the squad he actually got together.
But the squad he got together
Yeah, that's why I'm not too mad at Amorim.
is a good squad. Ne? My issue, as you say, against the big teams, and this is something that United have never lacked over the 10-year period.
Even of all managers,
Yeah.
more Solskjaer as well.
In the 10-year
fare
period,
well against big teams.
against the big teams. It's what happens against the
At
so-called
Brighton away, normally,
type
would
of
struggle.
thing. And I feel like from what I saw in the 17 games, I think United going under the radar from an expectation perspective gave them the platform to do what they needed to do. They go away to a Sunderland where, you've got this understanding of, Sunderland's good, so you're not expecting United to win. No, they must win. Why must a Liverpool, a Man City, and Arsenal go to Sunderland with an expectation to win, and then a United goes there, and if they come out with a draw, we look at it, it's a good result type of thing. So I'm saying next season, in as much as he's right in terms of, I don't think there's any team at the present moment except for Arsenal that has the right to think that they're going to challenge. I think Aston Villa could possibly challenge as well, have the right to challenge. I don't think United are going to fare well with the pressure of needing to now win, rather than having that thing of, guys, we were having a bad season, we're just trying to stabilize things, get Champions League. Next season, it's you need to compete. You cannot do what you did this season of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
No.
Of the first round again. And then we add in the Champions League as well, of where you can't get there you play 8 games, ne? Each team plays 8 games.
Phase, yeah.
You can't go and play 8 games and not make it out of the top 20, top 24, whether it's by being top 16 and then the qualifying rounds, whatever it is.
Yeah, but that's not an issue for me. Champions League, people say, you're playing Champions League,
You
so
have the depth.
relatively. Wait, also about that, I don't think you need great depth anyway.
To play for.
Yeah, I
to
don't
make
think
it
so.
out of the top 24,
Look
we're
at Arsenal,
hearing that,
even
but we
City when
want-
they were winning the league. It's not like they're rotating the squads heavily. I
Yeah,
think we
but that's
make
a
it
plan
a
from a
big
coach,
thing.
though. We know Arteta,
That's
and
like
it was put as his
what is
downfall
depth?
for
We
many
need,
years.
17 players, honestly. Injuries might play a role.
And
yes.
United have 17 players.
We can get to 17 with this transfer window. I think we need like 4
Mount
players.
is your first sub.
Mount plays. He's a depth player that I don't. He's not gonna drop the quality of my team if I put him in.
there's 4 in attack from a depth. Diallo, Sesko,
Who did you sign
Bemo,
again?
Cunha.
There's 2 players you've signed now. The is it
Atalanta, yeah.
Atalanta midfielder.
Edison.
And Leao is doing some serious PR there in the media to get to United as well.
Also, what's happening with Rashford? Rashford can still come back.
Definitely not. He's definitely not coming.
Why not? Under Carrick.
They've said that if he
that's
doesn't
Barca
get,
has
they
just
said
signed
if Barca
someone.
play around, then he will be loaned again to just a different.
I
That's
don't
a
think
big
he will
And if,
mind.
and if Bayern really wanted Anthony Gordon the way the media says, I wouldn't be surprised if you hear that Rashford is somehow
To
loaned
Bayern.
to Bayern. I would not be shocked at all. I don't see where Anthony Gordon produces anything better than that. Was such a disrespectful signing. But
And
anyway,
the price tag.
And the price
has
tag.
killed the whole market now.
but yeah, it's a debatable one. I can accept that United are possibly currently, based on all the teams, when we look at the log right now, best set to challenge
Yes.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think when you look at it from that perspective, yes. But then again, an Aston Villa.
There's factors that you can even put for all of them. You can put a case for all of them. Look, Man City, previous season they finished 3rd, very bad. This past season, 2nd with 2 cups. Yes, it's a new manager, but the team is now getting together. Liverpool on paper, like honestly, if it just takes, you should not be able to stop Liverpool on paper. So
I
they
think
also
their
have a
challenges
case.
was more psychological
Wabo?
than anything.
Slot.
No. Remember he
with
started,
Jota?
Yeah, I think that did.
How long can it continue?
No. Yeah.
No, fair enough.
I think
but
it did at the beginning, which derailed them.
I'm trying to get to your 17 players that Brelio asked. So 4, obviously it won't always be the 4, but Diallo, Sesko, Bemo,
Casemiro's
Cunha.
gone.
Ne. Then there's he's gone.
Yeah, Casemiro's gone.
So there's what's his name? Bruno in behind the attack. Mason Mount plays 20 games a season. We have to look at that. Midfield with Casemiro going, you're adding Edison.
Probably add another guy.
There's
maybe
Mainu,
Tonali,
there's
someone.
Ugarte.
Otamendi.
People are going to step in front of those players. Will step in front of Ugarte, definitely. Defense, Lisandro Martinez, Maguire, De Ligt, who also
Ligt.
plays
Yeah,
20
Heaven
games.
and Zero.
I'm saying their squad is good enough for what he's just said now. My issue is this season it was easy to do what Carrick has done when your focus was just the Premier League.
Yeah.
Next season,
Expectation now.
he cannot go in
But our
and
players
not,
are getting better as
he
well.
cannot. No, fair enough, but you cannot go in and not compete in the Carabao. You cannot go in and not compete in the FA Cup, and you cannot go in and not compete in the Champions League either.
So that could be a detriment to the league.
So because now on all fronts, at the very least they need to look like they are competing.
But
You
that's
know
the expectation for any team that competes for the league anyway. So why is it an issue for us?
But that
Because
was
you
what
don't ha-
helped you this past
That's what
season.
helped you this
because
season.
It was
I
not
don't
there
think
for you.
Carrick
Nah.
has the capabilities of attacking on all four fronts.
He doesn't need to. Then that wasn't my point anyway.
You said the league.
Yeah,
Just that.
yeah. I don't need him to win many. They can win the FA Cup. We can never do that.
I say, yeah, it's a yes if he is going to sacrifice the way Bokang is saying. I say it's a no if the expectation is we need to play well in everything. And these guys said they're winning the Champions League as well and the whatnot.
No.
Well, I just top 24. We want to see you make it there. Teams like
It's
Napoli
fine.
got knocked. All right, so Man United League, hot take. Over to you, Bradley.
All right, we discussed it a bit earlier, but I think we can still have it on camera as well. And this is controversial because at which stage do you win as a defender or as a keeper? My hot take is that between Raya and Gabriel at Arsenal, one of them should be in contention for the Ballon d'Or. I'm not talking about the top 30 names that one of the other guys here was mentioning. No, I'm saying, when you get to the end and you go, just 20 more votes or 50 more votes and you win it. Because
Personally, I feel Gabriel has a strong case.
I believe they both have a strong case. And this is because at which stage, what type of a season should a defender have, except for Hakimi and your Mendes that had more
Outliers.
Centre-backs, by defenders you're referring specifically centre-backs.
Centre-backs, where you can't really do much within the match, right? At which stage, what type of season puts you in the conversation? Because I look at Van Dijk's season, where he nearly won it, and I think he was 20 votes away from winning it. And I think Gabriel and Raya have had a better season than what he had that year.
But now, given that they can't do much, as he says, why should they win if they're limited in what they can do anyway?
But it's a good thing.
But then look at it directly. So like why I say Raya is a name in the hat. Why I say I can personally back Gabriel. His defensive contributions, yes, with the most clean sheets and with what they help with. And then when it's on the other end,
Puts the ball in the net.
the first name you're looking for with Arsenal set pieces, it's him, Havertz, Rice. No, him and Havertz. Rice actually swings the ball in. He's one of those first names that they target when Saka swings it in or Rice swings it in. Like
do you
this guy,
feel he handles Haaland well when they play against City?
he's had his wins and losses.
He's had his wins and losses, and I think that's just a part of the game. But I think with the Haaland one, I think there's so much attention that's paid to that rivalry between the two of them that sometimes he comes out as a loser because of it. I think when he goes out to play football for the sake of playing football, it serves him better. There's some games where he hasn't focused on a Haaland and he's just played his game and he's been fine. It's the game where when Haaland goes here, he wants to run after. I don't think even this last one where he should have got a red card apparently with the headbutt, if it was a headbutt. I think in that game there, Haaland did nothing in that game that warranted Gabriel to be chasing him around the way he was. City were not really doing that much through Haaland. That game was won or drawn for City through the two midfielders. It was Rodri and Bernardo who were doing the most in that game. Haaland he put Haaland in the game by doing all those unnecessary
That is why I find it hard
fixture
to
when
give him as
Haaland
the
peeled
best
off,
player in the
actually.
world.
But I think
It was
Like,
Gabriel's
we're
mistake,
talking
I
about
guess.
the best
Yes.
player in the world, guys. Like, firstly.
But remember, okay,
Really?
it's a good thing we go back to your first hot take. Tony Kroos. It's identical, this thing. It's in you do the job that you need to do as best as you can. Now, when we talk about the best players in the world, Cristiano and Messi set a standard that says we're going to look at your output first before we look at anything else. But previous winners as well, outside of those two guys there, right? Your Kakas, your Zidanes, your Ronaldinhos, your Cannavaros. There's the guy from Juventus, Nedved as well. All of these guys were not hitting outstanding numbers. They were doing the role that they were doing as well as they could do that role. And I think in this current moment right now, where football, or this season's particularly, a lot of emphasis has been on what are you doing within the two boxes, as well as how are you controlling the thing. I think Araya and a Gabriel stand a good chance, because
is there anything they can do in a World Cup that can solidify your claim that they should be Ballon d'Or winners?
Raya,
Because we know
Raya,
Mbappe
yes.
can have a hot World Cup and he can jump. Lamine as well. Can they do anything in this World Cup? Because it's going to play a factor anyway.
Yes.
What can they really do that's going to
I think it
solidify
comes
the
back to
claim?
the point of like you said, actually me adding to, well, on your end, me adding to the Kroos thing as to that more, instead of doing what you actually put out there to do. As a best player, I think you end up having to look for the more than what you're able to do, which is the argument you're bringing up and the one I put against Kroos, which you are for with the Gabriel point and the Raya point. That's the only thing that
So you're
separates
measuring
someone
them
from the
over the
best
course of the
versus
season.
being the best.
I'm
And the
vis-
consistency.
and the
Because I never watched one match and say Gabriel was the best player. And I never watched Arsenal and say, I know Gabriel was the
but
best player.
but that comes from the fact that when you are watching it, you're not a defender. That's the first thing. I am. You watching it from an excitement perspective, like I saw something. So you looking at it from a Pedri perspective, I take the ball past the ball, take the ball past the ball. Why do I
That's
keep knocking
my
this thing?
something, yeah.
Take the ball past the ball, take the ball past the ball.
So you get clean sheet as...
Yeah. So for you, if the game ends 5-1, you go home happy. For me, that one is frustrating me, because why did we not keep it at nil, at a clean sheet as a defensive player? And so that's why I'm saying my hot take is that he should win it, but if he's not going to win it, or if Raya is not going to win it, or not even be in contention for it, what type of a season should a defensive player have in order for them to be thrown
He
into the
can't. I
conversation?
don't think there should be any. I think they should just have their own best defender award.
Then they should cancel the Ballon d'Or award.
So
No.
meaning like best keep this, best
They
keeper,
had a
best
best striker
striker.
thing for Lewandowski. They can do
So
the
they
same
must also
thing.
make
No,
one
no,
for
no,
the
no, no.
defenders.
What you call it?
The thing
If-
is, Gabriel does give me a more than just doing what you have to do, doing what you do, and being the best in
What's
doing
his
what
Okay,
you
more,
have to
guys?
do.
okay,
What is his
wait,
more?
okay.
Arsenal's set piece threat is huge,
Wait.
and
Can
he's one of the
Maguire
main
gives me
vocal
a
points.
more as well, guys.
Like,
Like,
thingy, what's his name? Let's say for some reason, somehow, it had happened that Atletico ended up winning this Champions League, won the semi-final against Arsenal, won the final against whether it's PSG or Bayern. Do you then say Harry Kane is then the Ballon d'Or winner? Because the only reason any PSG player is gonna get close to that trophy
Champions
is because of the Champions League. They did nothing in the league. 9 games for Dembele. The
How
entire
did
season cannot
Dembele
now
won him player of
justify.
the season?
Bruno
Yeah.
is Bruno worth a shot?
Bruno was not
He's
even
the best player in the league.
Bruno
and you're
was
telling
not,
me about
Bruno was,
Gabriel.
Bruno was
So-
not the best player in the league either.
Ah, come on, bro. No.
He wasn't.
No, he was.
He was never the best player. He was the best
no,
playmaker.
He's the best player.
He was the
What's
best
the best player?
playmaker.
The most impactful player?
Yes,
Or,
all round.
and it's not Bruno.
It can't
Gabriel
be
has
Bruno.
a shout, and I
come
see
on.
it.
It can't be Bruno. When Bruno was not putting an assist,
Yeah.
we were not talking about Bruno.
And he turned it on in 6 months.
When Bruno was not doing
But he did give us assists.
the
So
la- the last
by
6
virtue of him giving us assists, we talk about him.
I think in the next episode, we're gonna break down Bruno's assists, because I promise you, 20 or 20, 22, 22?
21.
Out of that 21 assists, I guarantee you.
But how many
I
chances
think
created?
7.
How many chances created?
It's what
It
we
comes
talk
back
about.
to
It
my
comes to
pass-
volume.
my
It comes to
passing
volume. It
volume,
comes back to the
yes.
volume thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna put the ball into the box 30 times. Chances are 6 out of the 30 times that you do it, it's a chance that's been created in the box there. I'm not gonna now give a guy the best player award just because he went there and he crossed the ball
Nah.
60,000 times there. He was trying to play a chance game, trying to play a
So
chance
with
game.
your hot take, Bradley, now, in Gabriel and Raya being the best at what they do in their position, translating to the best for what you have to do, are you able to have them tilted over what we would always lean by, the midfielders and attackers, in doing the best in their point, which everyone, well, not everyone, but usually will always be said, it's harder to score than defend. Like,
And
well,
it
the
is.
best way Michael Owen summed
And
it up
it is. And it
with
is.
Rio
Yeah.
Ferdinand.
Owen will always say that.
It's harder, what did he say? Like to break down a house
Than to build
than to
it.
Exactly. So, like, are we saying they're best at doing that
It takes more
is
skill,
over
I think.
Harry Kane's best in doing what Harry Kane did? Obviously, now
I'm saying Arsenal.
the case study of PSG.
I'm saying Arsenal have a silver medal in the Champions League and have a Premier League medal because of their backline. So there's nothing.
No, I can't put it down to just the backline.
They've got 8 1-0s.
Man, their midfield too is so important. I saw the game against Atletico.
Which midfield too?
It was Rice and whoever he played. Could be Sky. No, Miles Kelly. No, I'm telling you what I saw when I was watching the Arsenal
I
game.
remember he played.
But the
It
first
was changing though, right?
the first 8 months.
Yeah, it was
the first-
consistent with
it was Zubimendi
But my
and
point
Thingy.
is that when I watched Arsenal, whenever you get them on a transition, they always had 6 players running back. Like you could never find them lacking. So it's hard for me to give one player credit because I felt it's such a collective,
Scrap
like
the
they're
Ballon
defensive. Nah.
You know, we've had the chat of scrapping the Ballon d'Or once before and it's popped up again. My ballers, I hope you've enjoyed this match day. Hot takes always leaves split opinions and we won't always agree on it. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, live long.
But like guys, the man can only do so much.